No merch.
That's all the promotion I needed. Thank you. Sales will surely be booming today. I'm keeping that in. So before we get into this video, which is going to be inevitably very, very grim, I want to have one quick moment of lightheartedness before we dive directly into the abyss head first. So this hoodie, you might say, wow, that's kind of colorful for you, Julia. It is, but my husband got it for me and I'm obsessed because it literally is floor length. I can stand on this chair. Like, look at this. I can just go around feeling like a wizard in camo and neon yellow. Like, Paris Fashion Week, we don't know her. Like, fashion here, this, especially with the socks. Like, you guys are welcome. I invented fashion. Now let's get into... Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today in news that makes me want to leave planet Earth entirely, we have another female predator. And it's funny because when I was a kid, I remember a family member of mine told me that I couldn't make a job out of talking about pedophiles, and yet recently there was a tweet that I was tagged in that mentioned the story of this woman who quote unquote had sex with a 14-year-old boy, which again, the term is rape. It's assault, it's abuse, it's not having sex. There's no consent. And I don't know how many rooftops I have to climb onto and scream this from. It's not having sex. Just because the victim is male, it doesn't automatically mean that they wanted it, that they had a good time, that it was consensual. It doesn't mean anything positive just because the victim is male and the predator is female. So let's get into the story. UK mom cleared after having sex with boy, 14, reportedly plans to make OnlyFans. Imagine abusing a minor and then using the publicity that you got from abusing a minor to make an OnlyFans.
Oh, Frank's trying to kill himself.
Oh my God, is he all right? Frank, are you all right?
Don't try to stop me.
Oh my God.
I said this to Jacob earlier, but it feels like taunting in a certain way because it's like, hey, I committed a sex crime and now I'm going to make content on a website that is often connected to sex work, almost to be like, haha, didn't get me, I'm gonna make money off of this. And it's just kind of like you're a whole criminal who's banking on the abuse of a minor to make money. And the alarming part is that this person is a mother. So not that I think that necessarily being a parent automatically makes you more mature, because we all know an immature parent, but it's like you have your own kids. Imagine a woman, much like you, going after your kids in a sexual manner like that, and you still don't see the issue. A mom of 3 who was cleared of knowingly having sex with a boy who was only 14 now plans to capitalize on her notoriety by peddling images and videos on a raunchy website, according to a report. I'm thinking about doing an OnlyFans account. People already hate me, so not much to lose, Taya Vincent announced in an Instagram video, The Sun reported. OnlyFans is a subscription site where subscribers pay to view content deemed too X-rated for social media. Vincent, 32, admitted to initiating sex with the teen after inviting him and a pal into her Gloucestershire home. The mom insisted she thought he was 16, the legal age of consent in the UK. It's very convenient that she thought he was just 16, just the age of consent. And a point that I really want to underline here is simply because something is legal, it doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. There are countries where child brides are still allowed. Does that make it a good thing, a thing I support? No. Just because something is legal doesn't automatically mean that what you're doing isn't necessarily perverse, manipulative, abusive. I've always thought this, and I will continue to think this also because of my own experiences. People who actively pursue, especially when there's a big age gap, people who actively pursue people who just became legal, most of the time, something's up there. Now, of course, there are exceptions where it's true love, where it's pure whatever, fairy tale bullshit, okay, fine. But a lot of the times, if you have a person going after someone who just turned 18 or who just turned whatever age of consent in that country, there's something up. And I say that having seen firsthand, having experienced firsthand. I think there's usually want to manipulate, and that's why people choose someone who's drastically younger than them, who just turned legal, and who probably doesn't have the same grasp as they do on adulthood and everything that entails. So even if this kid was 16, which I don't think she thought he was anyway, even then it's like, you're a mother of 3 who's 32. Why are you pursuing a 16-year-old? Like, why is that the age you specifically chose to pursue? I would love to know, because frankly, it's alarming. And the fact that she's like, oh, people hate me, and it's like, okay, well, whose fault is that? Who caused that? Do we hate you for some petty, stupid reason? No, it's because you're a predator to children, no less. So cry me a river, I suppose. She told the court that it was only after they were finished in bed that the youngster, quote unquote, panicked and confessed his tender age. But Vincent was ultimately cleared after the court was told how the boy had lied about his age before, including when setting up a Facebook profile when he was too young to be approved. She said in an online rant that she hopes the teen's family gets karma. I'm not an evil person, but what this is doing to my family, she said, along with a crying face emoji in response to a social media user who told her she was pretty lucky to have been spared a jail sentence. I do count myself lucky, she said on Instagram. All I'm gonna say is the scenario of her raping this boy and him lying about being 2 years older than he was, and then after the rape occurred, him freaking out and being like, oh, I'm actually 14. That doesn't make sense to me, frankly. I don't know why it would occur that way. Granted, he could have lied, yes. But again, also setting up a Facebook account and lying about your age on Facebook is not the same thing as lying to an actual adult, and you can't put the two as parallel equivalents. Like, they're not equivalent. Lying to an adult about your age in order to have a kind of sexual relationship is a very different boat than lying to Facebook saying, oh yeah, I'm whatever age. Like, I think pretty much every kid at some point has lied about their age to get on some type of website. Like, I knew I did when I was younger to make like blogs, and it was never deeper than I just want to have a blog page and I'm not of age to do it yet. It doesn't mean that I went around lying to adults about my age. If he did lie, that was not right, of course, but it's also like, it just returns to the same issue of like, as an adult, a 32-year-old, why are you pursuing 16-year-olds? Like, even if he was 16, it's still weird and creepy in my opinion, especially being a parent, because the kid is probably closer to your kid's age than yours, which in and of itself usually should turn on the alarm bells. Vincent wrote a jubilant not guilty on her Facebook page under the name Tia Leanne as she posted alongside a pal outside court. She told The Sun she was embarrassed by the ordeal, which has wrecked her life. It's also wrecked any chance I would have had of a career. I'm too embarrassed now to do anything. I've got people on Facebook I've never met telling me I'm a bad mother, and that is really upsetting because my kids are my world, Vincent added. The fact is, I've been acquitted by a jury, and people need to respect that. It's time for me to try to rebuild my life and just get on with it. I mean this in the most harsh way possible, but yes, raping a child makes you a bad mother. Like, I don't think you're a good person if you're going about looking for young teenagers to have sexual escapades with, which results in effectively you raping them because they can't consent. I'm not concerned about her feelings. I'm not concerned about anything related to her except for her children, because I am genuinely concerned for them, because clearly she's showing a lack of judgment and a propensity towards younger children effectively, and that is concerning. But to come on the internet and moan and complain about how your life is hard because you're a criminal and rapist, I don't feel bad for you. Like, let's play the tiniest violin music, but you should be grateful, which apparently she is, for not going to prison, because if it were up to me, you'd be locked the fuck up, your children would be taken from you, and hopefully they would have a better life with someone who presents themselves as a more responsible and moral adult. But this whole thing of acting like this happened to her, maybe just don't go for really young people that could be minors. Like, who chose that? Who made those decisions? And it's also like, I would love to know the context in which a 32-year-old invites over an alleged 16-year-old. What is the reason? What is the reason? I don't understand. The only thing a 32-year-old should be ever doing with a 16-year-old, quote unquote, is being a mentor, being a teacher, being a tutor, some kind of professional thing, and supporting them. That is it. There is no other reason why she should have ever invited them over in the first place. I frankly don't know. And the fact that she said that she wants their family to get karma, it's like, okay, so then what are you supposed to get? They're supposed to get karma, but you, a grown-ass adult, who believed this lie and who still decided to rape a 16-year-old effectively, 16, what karma should you be getting then? I'm just confused. Like, what are the rules here? And also the fact of saying like, oh, any career I could have had is ruined. Again, her fault, period, that is it. Anyways, guys, you can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Personally, I'm not inclined to believe that he really lied to her. Even if he did, again, I'm not sure why she would be looking to be with someone so young in the first place. It just doesn't add up in my brain why a grown adult would try to be with someone young unless it was to manipulate them or to use their age as leverage or their knowledge given their age as leverage. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons as always, and let's get